Hey everybody, this is Grant. In this episode, we address the question, is AI relevant to my marketing funnels?
Welcome to Click AI Radio, where you'll learn the secrets to transforming your small to medium business. Grant has been helping businesses transform using technology for over 30 years. Advanced technologies like artificial intelligence have been available only to large companies and advanced technical teams. Grant will discuss how you can use to leverage AI and other technologies to grow your small to medium business. As a gift, Grant is offering his ebook, AI for Sales Growth, at clickairadio.com. Now, here's your host and biz tech geek, Grant Larson.
Hey, thank you for joining another episode of Click AI Radio. All right, so I was looking at Russell Brunson's book called Traffic Secrets. I don't know if you've looked at that. He's got these great insights on how to drive traffic to your business and to your sites and such. All right, I wanted to call out something in there. So he's got this activity. It's on page 19. If you have the book, open it up to page 19. If not, get the book. He gives it away for free. So, all right. So page 19, he's got this little activity on there. I'm just flipping to it right here. Here we go. All right. And what he's focusing on here is moving customers away from pain and towards pleasure. And he's got this. I'm going to read something. I'm going to quote him right here. He says, the next step to entering the conversation inside your customer's mind is to understand which direction they're moving. All right, so end quote. So in essence, he goes on to say, hey, they're moving away from pain towards pleasure. So he's got this framework. He draws this line, and he's got this little person moving away from pain towards pleasure. And he makes the point that, hey, as humans, we're either walking away or running away from pain, or we're moving towards pleasure, and it's that way for our customers. And it's important for us to get into the heads of our customers so that we know which direction they're moving. Well, when I was a kid, my family spent many summer vacations at Lake Powell. It's this lake at the southern Utah, northern Arizona area. Anyway, we did a lot of activities like you'd imagine, right? Swimming, water skiing, cliff diving, so forth. For the most part, we were moving towards pleasure, right, at Lake Powell, to use Russell's framework. One time, though, there was this massive storm that hit the lake. And my parents had this really small ski boat. It was like an 18-footer. We were about an hour away from our camp on the lake. So we were kind of a ways away. And so the big storm comes in. It's not like you can get out and get on a road because the big cliffs there's just no way out. So you're sort of stuck down inside these big high cliff areas. And the waves got really massive, so big that they're coming over the front of the boat. So that started to get a little scary for us, right? So for about an hour, I watched my dad try to navigate through these massive waves, trying to get us back to our little cove and get to some safety. So I would say in that case, we were moving away from pain. Now, the interesting thing here is that in both scenarios, it's the same boat, it's the same lake, it's the same location. Sometimes we were moving, of course, towards pleasure, and other times we're moving away from pain. All right, so sometimes in business, we are moving toward pleasure or we're moving away from pain. It's the same quote unquote boat metaphorically, right, with our businesses. What changes, as we know around us, is the context, right? So like in this Lake Powell experience, when the weather was great, we were focused on moving toward pleasure, right? We wanted more skiing, more snorkeling, more eating food, and so on. But when the weather, of course, turned bad around us, then of course our focus shifted to moving away from pain. Now, what I'd like you to do is draw two lines. All right, take out a piece of paper, draw two lines like the ones on page 19 in Russell's Traffic Secrets book. So you're going to do two lines. And the first one's going to represent the spectrum of moving away from pain towards pleasure for our customers, right? So that first line represents our customers. We want to move them away from their pain towards their pleasure. And as you know, this is generally where we start our focus as business owners, and it's the right thing to do, right? We want to serve our customers, and so we want to help them move away from their pain and towards pleasure. And then if you look at the second line, draw that. All right, that's going to represent the spectrum of moving away from pain towards pleasure for ourselves, meaning the business owners. Now, there are things in our business that are painful, of course, and we seek to, of course, move away from those, and certainly there are business pleasures that we move toward as well. Well, my experience has been that the more closely we understand our customers and we seek to serve them, the closer these two lines come together, right? And in fact, at times they may even lay on top of each other. So I'll give an example. The more we see business impact on our customers, in other words, the services and products that we're providing, if we see that that's impacting our customers, in other words, if we see that it's reducing their pain and increasing their pleasure, in general, that translates into a greater reduction of pain and a greater increase of pleasure in our own businesses. All right, so these lines can in fact get very close to each other. So the question is, what does this have to do with funnels and AI? Well, the answer is everything, right? Funnels track the footprints of customer behavior, right? As we're looking to bring them into our products and services. AI analyzes those footprints, meaning the customer behavior. Now, one of our pain points as a business owner is to misuse and misapply our resources in the customer acquisition process. This manifests itself in lost sales or sales reductions, when we perform in a not so good manner. This creates a pain situation, right? And of course, as a business owner, we want to move away from that. AI analyzes customer behavior in our funnels, right? And in doing that, it uncovers the pain points that ultimately means that you may not be serving your customers most optimally. Now, this is great insight for a business owner to have this clarity and to be able to pivot or adjust. If you could look at what's happening with that funnel and the results of it and to discover, things don't go well in these situations, we want to move away from that because that creates pain for us as business owners. And in a similar manner, AI analysis of customer behavior in funnels uncovers pleasure points that ultimately mean that you are serving your customer very well. And in this case, AI provides guidance on which of those activities you should do more of. Now, by applying AI to our funnels, it means we can emphasize the productive behaviors and de-emphasize the unproductive behaviors. And by doing this, as a business owner, you are able to more effectively deliver more of your products and services. In other words, helping your customers to move away from their pain and move towards their pleasure. So in this manner, your direction moving from pain to pleasure is directly connected to your customer's movement away from pain towards pleasure. So these lines do get very close. Applying AI on your funnels unlocks the doors to continuous insight to help your customers on their journey, which is, of course, what we're all about as small to medium business owners. Now, eating fry bread late at night while watching the moon rise over the cliffs at Lake Powell, that was always a treat. And I would call that moving towards pleasure. And I actually think we could all use a bit more of that. All right, everybody. Thanks again for joining. Until next time, move your business and your customers away from pain towards pleasure by applying AI to your funnels.
Thank you for joining Grant on Click AI Radio. Don't forget to subscribe and leave feedback. And remember to download your free ebook. Visit clickairadio.com now.